3, 2, 1. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Tapcast, Ep.9.
Yeah.
Today we are bringing a guest called Dru Phoenix.
Phoenix, like this beer.
This episode is brought to you by a few sponsors. Let me get that open for you guys real quick.
Nah, just one, Damie.
No, hold up. We got Intense Supplements. We got Bear Cave Fitness, DOP Apparel, Cato Brand, and Flex Appeal Gym.
Flex Appeal.
Flex Appeal is awesome, bro. They're trying to hook us up, but we can't get inside yet, so.
It's okay. As soon as this thing opens up, that's where we're gonna be working out.
Yes,
Flex
sir.
Appeal.
Flex Appeal, guys. Go check them out. Ready? What's the address?
It's 128th Street and 122nd Avenue.
Oh, yeah.
Ready, always coming ready.
Roman, why don't you take us to our wanted sponsors?
All right, we're going to do a shout out to our beers. We got Mosquitoes from Tripping Animals. We got Unseen Brewery.
What the fuck is this?
We have our fully stocked grocery stores from Lincoln.
This is
You also
great.
get them at Strange Beast. And then we have The Great Indoors from Beat Culture.
Also brought to you guys by Glock. Roman's new gun.
Hey, look at that.
It's a funny thing, you know. Like we have a selection of beer here that's like, it's very rare. If you wanted to actually get any of these beers right now, it'd be hard to get because they're all pre-orders. And Roman is like the
you
first.
pre-ordered these fuckers?
Roman's like the first guy that pre-orders.
Mind
them.
you,
They sell out too.
You're
last
shitting
week,
me right
The
now.
Mosquitoes are sold
Yeah.
out already.
Last week
This
when we
is-
had the Nectar Collector, it sold out the same day that it was released. So a few of the first people to get it on that Wednesday were able to get it. But the Mosquitoes the pre-order sold out. So anyone that went on that same day weren't able to get. And like after I got 3 packs last time and it wasn't enough, I went and I got 5 packs of the 4 packs.
Bro, that's fucking
So
crazy. This
Roman spent
motherfucker
like
pre-orders beer.
$1,000 on beer.
Yo, straight up, there's a
I'm
cooler
telling you,
behind us.
The entire stimulus check.
I'm telling Roman he should start a beer delivery service.
I was.
I agree, yeah.
I was
What-
thinking
what
the
do
same
Only if he delivers.
What would you
Broward.
call it?
in Broward.
Yeah, he has
I
to
think he
deliver
will. I think he'll make an exception for my boy
What-
Dru.
You know?
What would you call it?
Man, I'm gonna have to get back to you on that one.
All right.
Roman's Beer Transportation Services.
Let's get back to our
I like
introducing our guest, Dru Phoenix. Bro, by the way, your name is fucking awesome, bro.
You know, I was
Thank
thinking
you.
about that shit earlier.
Is that
today.
really your name?
I swear to God, I was
What's your
thinking about
name?
that shit. I was like, this guy should be a movie star.
Straight the fuck up, dude.
Hero.
Or a for
Dru
sure, like,
fucking
hey,
Phoenix,
and-
bro.
Could you imagine?
Personality.
Could you imagine
Hey.
that shit? That's like the best name ever.
You know what I'm
Can we have Mr. Phoenix on this sec? Mr. Phoenix over here.
Excuse me, Mr. Phoenix? Yeah, straight up, dog. That shit sounds hard as
Hey,
fuck.
if any producers hear this, put me on.
You don't
at
even
that
have to
man,
change
dog.
your name to rap. Dru Phoenix.
No,
Let's go, Dru.
you know what I'm saying?
Spit them bars, Phoenix. Spit them bars, cuz.
Actually, I do a little spoken word.
Okay.
You really?
That's what I do. Yeah, that's where that name came from.
What's your what's
Oh,
your
shit.
handle? Where's your handle?
I'm just saying, like, my
Yo,
Dru
point
Phoenix.
up and say your
What's
IG
your
handle.
tag? Like what's your IG?
Dru _Phoenix. Drew
Okay.
There you
_Phoenix.
go. There you go.
Boom.
what's
It's
up.
gonna pop up right there.
Yeah.
So Dru is a local guy here in Broward, actually, not Miami. Let me rephrase what I said.
Come on,
Not
man.
local.
South
He's a
Florida.
Broward guy. He's a Broward guy,
He's
South
a-
Florida.
Yeah.
He's in the jiu-jitsu scene as well. A couple of us here, and I've seen him in a couple of events. Right, seen you in some. I'm not gonna say the names, but I've seen you in some events. And
I knew that was coming. I knew it was
our
coming.
money?
I was expecting it from Josh.
Josh
Where's our
won his
money?
fucking check, bro.
Associated with.
Hey, you
I
guys
knew it was
remember
coming.
he competed at the Substars too. So
And that's
It
the other
wasn't
thing I was
I
gonna say.
did. Yo,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
competed against Melo, and that was one of my favorite matches of all
Shout
time.
out.
That was
Melo.
one of my favorite matches. of all
Right?
time. Hell yeah.
The crowd was hyped for that one.
That
bro.
was an
What?
amazing match, man.
Because none of us was scared to engage in each other's game. You know what I mean? And I knew Melo was good at leg locks because he trained with Ruben.
He's good at love locks too.
He
Love
loves,
locks.
he loves them locks.
I mean, I haven't drank with him, so I wouldn't know that. But you know what I mean? Maybe later. But you know what I mean? Like, I knew he was good at leg locks because he trained with Ruben, and I trained with Ruben when he was a purple belt.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had a 3-year layoff after I tore my ACL when I was a blue belt. But so I knew he was good at leg locks. But that motherfucker tried to rip my leg off. My foot
Hey,
was
Melo.
sore for like a
Mello,
month.
what the fuck, bro?
I know, bro.
So,
Like, just let me win, bro. Like, what
Hey,
the
Melo
but you
didn't
know
want to
what?
let you win, bro.
hey, but
No
then
mercy.
after that they became great friends and
Yeah,
they fucking
Dru was telling me he was like
started-
after that match they what was it? You guys just chilled after and stuff and just talked some shit.
Hey,
Bro, it
and
was
you wanna-
420,
Hey,
right? So
Cato brand.
after
Cato
a match
brand.
like that, we
Hey,
became best friends.
and just a little backstory to that match. I remember like the week before the match, I saw
yeah.
Dru and I didn't know that Dru was Dru.
Yeah.
So I remember we would go
train
on
with
Sundays
him,
up. We would go on Sundays up to
Winners.
to what's it called, Winners now, right?
Yeah,
So
Winners
so
training
shout out
center.
to Winners. We would go out to on Sundays and train with my Echa brothers, who have one of the best open mats in all of South Florida on
Yes.
Sundays, Sunday mornings. So I'm sure you guys should pass by once this thing starts opening up, and they open it up to pretty much anybody. All teams from all over South Florida meet up there on Sundays, and we all train, and it's it's really all love and not a lot of ego. So I remember I rolled with Dru, and then after I realized that it was Dru, and I'm like, oh shit, and I remember, and I'm like, yo, Mello, I just rolled with the guy that you're going with on Saturday, bro.
And he heel hooked me a bunch of times, right? And he's like, yo, you got to do this to avoid the heel hook.
Yes.
I was like, all right.
Hey, I swear to God, yeah. And I did. We got into some heel hook exchanges, and then I'm like, hey, listen, man, you need to do this to defend it. I just gave him a little bit of pointers, and I'm like,
motherfucker coaching is a pun the
I'm
week
like,
before.
but you know what? I like that shit
Thanks.
because honestly, if you remember, I think Eddie Bravos, he's got a story where he's like Jean-Jacques. When Jean-Jacques would coach him in tournaments, like Jean-Jacques would stand in the sideline, right, and he'd tell the guy that Eddie was competing against during the match. He'd tell him, hey, or he'd tell his coach, tell your guy to watch out for the armbar on the right side. And sure enough, he'd get caught with an armbar on the right side because he know Eddie. That's what Eddie was going for. But Jean-Jacques would tell him so that he knew it was coming and that he could still get it. You know what I mean?
That's
So that's
gangster.
kind of like how I felt. I was like, look,
Josh ain't never say some shit like that for me, bro.
No, you fucked up.
Never say
So we
some
got
shit
Josh
like
Bravo over here then.
Josh Bravo.
But look, the way I see it is like, I'd rather beat an opponent who's up to my level than beat somebody who's not up to my level. I'm not saying that you're not up to Melo's level, but I'm saying like,
I'm not.
as far as like the leg locks and stuff like that, there's little details that like make a difference. So I'd rather beat a guy who I knew like kind of knew my game rather than a guy who didn't know my game and I just beat him by surprise. Like I want you to know my game and then I beat you and you knew my game.
I mean, it also makes the whole match overall more exciting. I mean,
Yeah, for sure.
I think I would prefer a
You know what?
6-minute match over a
You're
1-minute match.
fucking welcome, Dru and Mello. I made and
He
everybody.
made the fucking match.
Hey, and I made that fucking match.
He made the fucking match, bro. That shit wasn't exciting without
You're
him,
welcome,
bro.
bro.
Hey, that
What's
was
wrong with you guys?
Hey, you're welcome.
You the man.
that was a very exciting match. There
was
a lot
awesome.
of energy, you know.
Yeah, the crowd was into it too. You know,
Hell
they were getting
yeah.
I remember there was
Those
there
first
was-
few Substars events at the Tank were amazing.
Bro, when
The
they could
energy-
pay
were
you,
incredible.
when they
They
could
were
pay
really
you, it's
good.
the best fucking event, bro.
yeah, when I
When
got
they could
paid.
pay you-
Oof.
Drew, where the fuck's the check, bro?
Speaking of which,
all right.
now that we got
knew
Drew
this
here-
was coming. Y'all
This
niggas
is
put-
why we had you on here.
Hey, bro, we
get me
brought you to
drunk?
answer this, bro.
You get me drunk and you put guns on the table like fuck. I'm gonna have to be writing checks in this bitch.
Nah, that's our
hey.
love for Drew here, bro.
No, yeah, for sure. You know, especially after the match with Tony, like, and you know, he invited me to come train, like Technica's extended fam for me. You know what I mean? Whether y'all niggas like it or not,
Nah, you're
like, I'm
extended
gonna be
family
here.
too, bro.
Appreciate you. Right, but you know, I was the fighter babysitter. Right, that was my job. You know, get the fighters. You know, make sure everybody's in the bullpen and needs to be in the bullpen. You know what I mean? Like, if you need water, I got you. Right, so it was a cool experience, especially like being around like Gordon Ryan, them, and Cyborg and Lovato, like, you know, being able to bullshit with them. I had no idea that the funds weren't in the proper place. Right, I had no idea.
He thought he was
Who
getting
did?
paid.
I thought no.
Hey, wait a minute.
He thought he was getting a check, cuz.
Pause for 1 second. Pause 1 second. Drew, did you get paid?
I did it, but
Oh, you got paid.
What the fuck, bro?
no.
Nah, you gotta
But
split
it
that
wasn't
check.
agreed. Like it wasn't a paid position. Like I'm like, yo, anybody would do that shit for free.
Yeah,
Also,
that's just-
right?
that's
I
just-
did it
hey,
for-
they
yeah,
paid
I would do the same thing.
voluntary working people. They didn't pay the fighters.
No. I didn't get paid though. I didn't. But I also didn't like say like,
He
yo, I
wasn't
need to get
charging
paid
you.
for this.
Yeah.
Okay,
You know,
okay, I
to
get
me
it.
it was like, yo, I get a free ticket to get into this event and I get to
Yeah.
chill with
I
all
mean,
the
that
fighters
was-
and be backstage and
Yeah,
get the
that's
best seat in the
that's
house.
a good. That's
I
a
mean,
good
that was
deal.
me with
Right.
photography. Like,
But-
I messaged Substars. I was like, hey, I want to volunteer to take photos for your event.
Yeah.
They
You know
said
what I
no,
mean?
right?
So look, here's my thing on it, right? Alex and I are cool as shit, right? We're both Marines, and you know, the first couple Substars, like he was putting everybody on, like it was great. You know what I mean? Like that was
Awesome
the first
events.
time I ever got paid for jiu-jitsu, right? So it was amazing. This shit is just so unfortunate, and it's like I don't know what happened. Even after I spoke to him after the fact, I was like, "Yo, like, do you need any help with anything?" He's like, "Yo, you got money?" I was like, "Fuck, no, I." I mean, I would love to write a check to you, bro. You know what I mean?
Hey, but all bullshit aside, that event was pretty dope. Obviously, with all the athletes that were on it and stuff like that, it just sucks. Obviously, they didn't get paid for it, or whoever didn't get paid. But
and I don't.
Every
think
Substars event has been dope as fuck, bro.
at the end. Also, to piggyback off what Drew was saying, like I don't think Alex was a bad guy. Like
He's not.
He's a dope dude. He's really nice. I don't think he meant to default and not pay people. You know what I mean? Like, and he reached out to me after the event and he apologized and I've spoken to him since. But you know, at the end of the day, it leaves a bad taste in people's mouths when people don't get paid.
I mean,
For sure.
The
Like,
nice thing
some
is,
people are gonna hold a bigger grudge than other people. For me, whatever. I don't give a shit. If I see him in the street, he's my boy. I'll still say what's up with him to him. You know what I mean?
But end the conversation
and
saying,
even-
"Where's my check?"
Yeah, but I would still fuck with him. I'll still fuck with him probably and ask him for
but
my
I mean,
check
the big thing
every
is
once
at
in a
least he
while.
acknowledged.
Be like,
it.
hey, you
There
pay
should've been a lot of
for dinner,
people
right?
That could have
Like-
just been like, oh, bankrupt and disappear.
And
Like, you're not a
disappear.
business. You don't have to say anything. But you like, you know what, you guys, we're sorry. We're gonna try better. We're gonna do something. We're aware that's an issue. Because at the end of the day, you know, maybe he had a plan. Pay-per-view, he thought he was gonna shoot off. You know, you guys have someone like Gordon Ryan, who's one of the most famous jiu-jitsu fighters there. You know, you have hopes of how this is gonna do. But at the end of the day, if it doesn't produce, you know, there's nothing more he could do. He tried his best to coordinate it as good as he can.
Yeah, but somewhere there along the line,
You gotta be
there's
smart.
there's some kind of
he took too big of a risk.
miscalculation there.
For sure.
There's
For
a
sure.
miscalculation there in terms of like revenue or pay-per-views. You can't.
The tickets were expensive.
You gotta hedge your bets. You feel me? Like you gotta be like okay, this is how much money that we project we're gonna make if we do really good, and this is how much money we project we're gonna make if we tank.
Yeah,
I think he
like a
just-
realistic
And then
Too
you
fast.
gotta run the event like if you're gonna tank that bitch. You can't be like, oh, we're gonna sell this bitch out. Nah, you gotta fucking, you know what I mean? Like you gotta
You know,
start
I
small.
think he took a risk, right? And it got fucked up. But you know, as a Marine, you know, honor is very high on that the Marine values, right? So I know, like with the coronavirus, this all got fucked up. But I wouldn't say that he's not gonna pay eventually. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
what's wrong is wrong, and he took responsibility for it. Like I fucking respect the shit out of him for that.
Yeah,
'cause he
yeah.
didn't have to do that.
Yeah, all-
right?
all respect
But
to Alex,
What's
man.
wrong is wrong, right? You know what I mean? Like if you don't get paid, it's fucked up because
Yeah.
you signed a contract saying you was gonna
Well,
get
mainly
paid.
because the sport you're doing, right? It's not like you're just fucking dancing
Yeah,
on
people are
stage.
putting
You're
their bodies
your
on the
body
line.
line,
yeah,
right? We all had, you know, there's people that get injured. There's people that, you know, that come out bruised up. There's people that come out fucked up. And, you know,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, bro, combat sports, I personally believe, should be one of the most rewarded sports. Because at the end of the day, bro,
For
you're
sure.
putting your body on the line, whether it's jiu-jitsu, whether it's MMA, whether it's boxing. There's people that die in this shit. There's people that get fucked up legs every single time doing this shit. Broken arms, you know. And at the end of the day, you know what happens? They pay out of their pocket and they keep doing this shit. You know what I'm
sure.
saying? So that's the only thing about I would say that combat sports deserves a little bit of is that respect of, yo, when you got to get fucking paid, bro, you get paid. But I do appreciate the fact that he went on Instagram and publicly said, yo, I'm so sorry. We fucked up. We'll try to make it up.
I mean, the good thing
You know,
is,
so-
little by little, like I feel like grappling events, UFC events, they're getting more popular, for example, and they're bringing more money to the sport. 'Cause at the end of the day, even though we may think a sport deserves more money, it all depends where the audience goes.
Yeah.
For example, if baseball stadiums get filled up, even though, for example, it may not be the most exciting sport, you may not think it's the most physically demanding sport. If the audience, you know, if they're going and money's coming in, that's going to go to the athlete.
Yeah, that's
I have
where
no
the
people
money is.
say like, oh, so and so doesn't deserve $20 million. Well, I mean, he brings in $20 million to the team, so yeah, of course he deserves it.
For sure.
So as the sport gets more popular, the audience gets bigger, more money will come along. But a lot of people just aren't a fan of, you know, people physically beating up each other. So that's the
I don't
big
think
thing.
that's it. I think people just a lot of people don't understand the sport.
I was going to tell you, bro, boxing has had a problem big time throughout the whole, like, its whole life of that, saying that, you guys remember Don King? You know, stuff like that. No, you know, I'm just saying, like, my point is that there's boxers out there that they do get paid millions, but from what they're supposed to be getting paid, that's a small portion of the big chunk of change that they get out of that one fight.
Yeah,
you
but
know what I'm
boxing's
saying?
corrupt.
Hey, nah,
Everybody
bro.
knows that.
But that's my
Them
point.
niggas get paid though.
No, they
Yeah,
get paid.
boxing-
But my point is they could get
promoters
paid
get
even
paid.
more.
Yeah, compared to MMA, definitely.
They could get paid even
because,
more, though,
Because
is my point.
MMA is
A lot more.
Compared to boxing, MMA is still in its infancy.
Infancy, yeah, for
You know what I
sure.
mean? So boxing has been around since the 1800s or before then. You know.
Yeah, no.
So, and it's just like jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu is still such a young sport.
Very young,
Yeah.
but it's growing.
And it is growing, but it's still not mainstream. In terms of like right now, people, most people get exposed to jiu-jitsu through MMA, through UFC at first, right? Or Joe Rogan's podcast.
Yeah,
right?
one of the two.
Most people when they walk
Or your
in,
homies.
Yeah, exactly, or a friend or something
Word of
like
mouth
that,
or whatever, yeah.
who you're watching a UFC with.
casually.
But you know, we
switch
jiu-jitsu
channels
guys,
and
we
see
can't shut
it
the
on
fuck
TV.
up.
Yeah,
about jiu-jitsu.
it's true.
Yeah, but then think about guys like Conor, right? How many people you know are fucking super fans of Conor, but they know not a single other athlete in the UFC?
Yeah,
That's true.
That's what happens when you got a megastar like that. It's gonna spread to a bigger audience. Hey, bro, all bullshit aside, Conor brought in a huge audience to the UFC.
Yeah, he did.
You know what I'm saying? He brought in a big ass audience because people watch the card, they see some other fighters they like, they see knockouts, they see crazy
Or they
shit.
see clips of him just talking shit. Like,
Yeah, like who the fuck is this guy?
who
You
the
know what I'm
fuck is this guy? I got that shirt.
That shit's fire as fuck, dude. I'm not gonna front. That's the freshest shit he's ever said.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I mean, the sport of jiu-jitsu is still young. You know,
Very
like,
young.
we still can't. It's hard to fill up like a stage, even in like an IBJJF event or something like that. You know,
Yeah, and it's free.
you're not-
IBJJF tournaments are free, and there's room.
Yeah, so I mean,
And Cyborg is competing in that shit,
And that's
it's like,
fucking crazy because we got to pay to do IBJJF.
yeah.
And we can't even heel hook a motherfucker now.
Oh shit.
I mean, you
Oh,
can.
shit.
You're starting
Here
some
comes
shit
the
on
Yeah,
this
I'm
podcast.
starting
Tell
some
him,
shit.
Hey, IBJJF, get out, Drew.
Bro,
Yeah.
you tell me no
Give
gi
it-
worlds you can't fucking heel hook a nigga? Like, why not?
That's dangerous. You could. That's so.
Hey, we can get hurt.
dangerous. Yeah, you can get so hurt.
oh,
Choke him out instead.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
he
Let
might
me
get-
choke him.
Break
till he
his
gets
arm.
unconscious and he's fucking shaking and stuff.
Below his knee.
But
Hey,
I
but at
can't-
least his
I
ankle's
can't fuck
okay.
his knee up.
I mean,
He's
listen,
gonna
man.
have brain damage, but his ankle's all right.
I might
Hold
break
the
his arm too, but
fuck.
fuck it.
I'm in.
I'm with Drew on that. You know, IBJJF. I mean, come on.
IBJJF.
If you're-
What the fuck, bro?
And no gi, and gi I understand because you know you get a good leg lock hold on the gi and they.
I
Can't
feel like it's
escape.
impossible to get out of a heel hook and a gi.
Yeah.
So much friction.
Heel hooks are I wouldn't say unfair.
Yo, am I tripping?
Because actually, I've actually when I was training for no gi matches, like with Mello and stuff like that, I'll be wearing gi pants, and I'll tell Mello to go for heel hooks. Because I figured if I can get good at least avoiding heel hooks and in wearing gi pants, then I can definitely get away from them and not wearing gi pants, wearing shorts.
I mean, how many times did you really get away though?
I swear to God, I didn't get away even once. I know, but it helped.
Hey, am I tripping? Or did one of the Maecha brothers do heel hooks in the gi?
No, it was a knee bar.
Substars.
It was
No,
a knee bar.
Substars,
no?
those prison rules. Is
No,
Substar.
but that was one match that
That's
knee
the
bar
one
was
thing. That's
slick
the
as
one
fuck.
thing, man. The Substars did right is they experimented with the rules and they
Yeah.
gave a lot of freedom and stuff. And even after tournaments, I remember Alex sending me DMs and stuff like, "Hey, how can we tweak the tournaments to make it better?
Yeah.
How can we do it?" And so I like that. I like definitely being able to be open minded about fixing.
They're open to input.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I love the Tank Brewery.
That's
Man,
what I'm
those
saying.
shits were
Like
so cool.
going there, like that was a good.
Shout
I'm
out
sure
to
we'll see
for-
some tournaments coming up there soon.
Bro, those sub only events were dope as fuck, bro. Let me tell you.
Hey,
bro.
like if I heard that, I would put the eyes emoji.
Hey, and that shit got packed as fuck too, bro. Those Substars events.
Yeah, and
That
then
shit got packed as
if
fuck
you
too.
stream that, if you go in that, and then the energy of the place was also better. 'Cause
Yeah.
I mean, when you were at
It's
the
tighter,
And
bro.
beer helps too.
yeah,
Fuck
Beer
yeah.
always helps.
good beer.
Once you got some,
Shout
once
out
you
to
got that
beer.
beer flowing, boy,
Overpriced.
those matches become really exciting.
What could
It
help
could be,
too?
it could be
is
two gray belts going at it.
What helps too is
Knock him out.
there was always in a sense a good view because the audience was surrounded compared to
Hey, how big is Tripping Animals? Can we fit a man in there?
Tripping is actually very
What's
big.
the exact square footage?
Can we put a man in
3,500.
Tripping
You can do
Animals?
I
do it
think
in-
you can't
Like a
fit a
technical
mat in tripping
Yeah.
if you have it like in that back area.
Tapcast challenge.
But
I'm just
like
saying,
at least
I'm
like
just
at the tank, like it had one big open area, so it was be able to, you were surrounding the stage, and the stage was like risen as well, so you always had a good view. Versus when it was at the Fillmore, everyone was viewing it from one angle. So if they were fighting at the corner or they were doing something facing that way, a lot of people wouldn't have a good view.
Yeah.
It's
That-
not like
that
other sports where
intimacy-
it's just like
That it's also like a smaller group. Like in the tank, there's only so many people that we're gonna fit in there. Maybe 200 or 300 people.
I really enjoyed the event when it was at the tank.
Yeah, because it's you have that little like it's like a small feel to it. It's not this huge massive arena that you're in.
You competed in all of them, or the ones at the tank, right?
in the tank.
And
I
you
know
too,
they did,
right?
They did one at Jose
I
Marti.
did too.
2 at the tank,
Yeah, I
right?
did.
They did one at Jose Marti, which I was not a part of. I think some of our students were a part of, maybe Steven and
Yeah, that's when they did. That's
Yeah,
one of the
Steven
first
was-
ones.
yeah, that was
Well,
like the first
I think,
one.
Like the fourth one was like a veteran one.
Shout out to
Like the
Steven.
attack
Yeah,
team.
shout out to
Oh,
Steven.
that
He's a
shit was cool as
fucking
fuck,
gangster.
bro. The tag team shit.
Oh yeah, that was.
Yeah, that was after though. But at first they started them at Jose Marti, and they did like beginner divisions,
Yeah.
intermediate divisions.
And-
Because his original vision was to do one every week.
Andy from Zen Jiu Jitsu was on that one day. I think they.
Andy was, yeah.
Yeah, shout out Andy, bro. You're the fucking man, bro.
Yeah, even though you beat my fucking training partner like 3 times, bro.
That's that guy,
what was
that
that,
guy
Alex?
Andy, man. He's,
Yeah.
Hey, let me tell you, bro. Andy,
The
for
Lycan.
real, dude. When
That's
it
what
comes
his
to
name is.
local
Yeah, the
people,
Lycan.
that dude's a
Nah,
savage,
Andy's
bro.
a fucking savage.
I've trained with him since I was a white belt and a little bit of blue belt, and homeboy's a savage.
Yo, I rolled-
No, he's cool as shit too.
Oh, he's a cool
very
guy,
cool.
bro.
Yeah,
Nice ass
he
dude,
doesn't
bro.
like
Nice ass
brag or
dude.
gloat or anything.
and he's a,
you know what I mean?
he's a
But
savage.
he's a fucking savage. But he trains with Enrico, so of course.
Yo, when homeboy gets
Yo,
that leg,
I remember he came to train one time, and like
does.
I consider my best no-gi submission to be my guillotine. So I put this guy in like 4 guillotines, and I get somebody in a guillotine. I can guillotine God, okay?
That's not even bragging, bro. That's just facts.
I
dog.
put this motherfucker.
He said that shit with a straight face.
Hey, like, yo, I could guillotine God.
Nah,
I could fucking do
I
it.
put this motherfucker in a guillotine, like 4 guillotines, and all he did was like
Shrug his shoulders, dog.
he shrugged. I swear to God, he shrugged his shoulders
Fuck off
and
me,
did
dog.
like a gator roll, and I almost broke my forearm all 4 times. I was sore for like 3 weeks after that shit. 'cause I was holding
Hey, no,
on to
hey,
him.
shout out Andy, bro. That's one homie that I can say that he's coming up for real, dude, and he's gonna be a savage for sure.
Hell
For
yeah.
sure.
Wait, I want to make this really loud.
That shit sounded fresh as fuck.
We just made a commercial.
They said we all got
Hey.
quiet and just waited.
Yo, Bud Light sponsor us, cuz
Hey, you know
soundtrack.
what I'm saying? Somebody sponsored this.
we just made a
Tripping animals.
commercial.
Tripping Animals. What's up,
Guys, so what's up for this weekend?
Oh,
Excited
for
the
sure.
card.
The UFC fight's coming
Oh,
up.
yeah.
Finally, something to watch, dude.
Did you guys hear the rumors that Connor and Masvidal might happen in Fight
Oh,
Island?
I'll go fucking crazy if Masvidal fights Conor, dude.
That'd be a.
Who do you guys got on that? I got
fucking
Masvidal for
nuts.
sure.
Huh?
I
You
got
gotta go
Masvidal.
for
I
the
feel like
local guy.
Masvidal's bigger. I don't know. Connor's a wild card, but I would be very, very
I'd be shocked if Conor won that one.
excited for that fight.
No,
You-
Masvidal's gonna take that match.
If
Bro,
Masvidal
Masvidal-
doesn't wrestle, if Masvidal wrestles, he can have a chance. But
You don't think
Conor
you can stand up with Conor?
hell no. Yo, those left hands. You see how he
Bro.
fucked Diaz up?
Bro, hey, but I want to say is, did you see how big Masvidal looked next to Diaz?
I understand.
Masvidal fucked Diaz up too and faster.
Bad.
No,
bro.
I understand that, but like, it just takes one of those fucking left hands. And
That's true.
Conor's
Hey,
good
I
at
won't
that
lie.
shit.
I won't lie. Connor's got that left hand, bro.
That fucking thing he does where he's like hits you with the right uppercut, then the left hook. It's like,
Connor. Talking about
Yeah.
Conor? Yeah, I was watching some Connor. Some
Josh
old
is like,
Conor
what the
fights.
fuck we talking
Nah, I was
Just zoned out.
My bad.
Connor?
Hey, but I came into that bitch and I knew who you were talking about, so get the fuck out of here.
You heard Connor?
I only need 2
Nah, I
seconds
just-
of this conversation.
all
bitch.
I needed to hear was the combination of the strikes, and I knew what he was talking about.
see?
I was watching
Right, on the
an
same
old
page.
Connor fight, and I was like, man, Connor's striking from like his not only his long range, but also his like dirty boxing.
Yeah, when he's in the pocket.
is incredible.
Super,
He has this knack for gauging distance and being able to strike you from like a certain distance where you cannot strike him, and he's hitting you.
Yeah.
Bam, bam, super accurate.
Something I really appreciate about Connor is that even if he's backing up, if he sees a little window, boom, he's in there.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's
did
very
y'all- did y'all
it's
see how-
accuracy, right? So it's like
Yeah.
it's not about
Very
speed.
precise.
Being accurate is being fast.
for sure. Did y'all see when he won his second championship? Not in the UFC, but I think it was in Cage
Oh,
Warriors.
yeah. that
where
shit's
he
fire.
just
He slipped that-
the
yeah,
jab.
bro.
Oh, that is
That's probably one of
every
his best
single
highlights,
time.
bro.
Every single time there's a Connor highlight, that's the prettiest part of the highlight.
Yeah, bro.
That knockout was
Bro,
beautiful
that-
because
that-
the
that-
guy,
nice-
the guy went stiff. The guy
Yeah.
fell.
Bro, he literally slips like perfect movie shit, bro. Slips, and knocks him out,
Yeah.
bro.
I mean, the good thing is there's a Conor McGregor documentary on Netflix. Matthias is always telling me about it.
Notorious.
That's a really
Damn.
good watch.
But you ain't gonna talk about
You still
Masvidal's
gotta go on
backyard fights right here. Is that
Dude, you
literally-
gotta go with
Yeah.
Masvidal.
Homeboy literally fought like 5 minutes down the street from here.
Yeah,
bro.
once-
Jimbo and
You
shit.
guys know Masvidal's trying to get like a YouTube channel started and like.
You're
and
fucking
run-
over.
Yeah,
viral,
he got
bro.
some good videos on
Yeah,
there. though.
I saw one the other day that he was saying his coach was giving him shit for partying during camp. And he's like, shit, I'm training. I ran to the club. So that shit killed me.
Hey, homeboys though, bro. And honestly, bro, like I think a big reason he's also got a lot of hype too from. Bro, do you remember like when he started popping a little bit more after the Darren Till knockout, bro? Like Miami loves their little athletes and
Of
shit like that. You know what I'm
course.
saying, bro? Bro, the support he got right off the bat from Miami was crazy. Everybody knew Mount Mazda at that point. Dude, I fucking watched that guy in middle school, bro. Dude, I fucking knew this guy my whole life. Bro, I went to Duffy's when he fought Nate Diaz for like...
Street Jesus is back.
Street Jesus is here.
Word.
Bro, I go to Duffy's to go watch his fight. I swear to God, all his cousins were there, dog. All his fucking cousins were there. Everybody there knew how to fight, first of all. And second, everybody there was like, yo, bro, fucking Mazda, bro. He's going to beat everybody, bro.
I was at Sports Grill when he
That's
knocked
my cousin.
Askren out, and the place went crazy.
Oh, I was there. I was in Vegas when that shit happened. That was wild, bro. Dude, he walked out to the Scarface theme song. I thought that was the dopest shit ever.
Hell yeah.
What was that, like
The
a
resurrection.
7-second knockout?
Dude, it was
No,
five.
it was like 5. And he was out in 3. He just took 2 to fall to the
Hold on,
ground.
we got to do like Joe Rogan. Hey, Jamie, fact check it.
Yeah.
He left his laptop now. But yeah, it was pretty fast. It was pretty quick.
Yeah, 5 seconds, bro. Flying knee. That was one of the wildest shit. And the crowd went crazy when I was there, bro. That was wild. I saw that one and I saw the Kobe and Usman. You remember that one?
I like that fight.
That was one of the best fights to watch, bro.
Yeah, that was definitely a
Watching
good fight.
Kobe lose is always fun.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Too bad he doesn't
I was-
really lose. Fuck.
Hey, I was
He
kinda,
like loses matches.
He's a
by,
motherfucking
like,
warrior.
I was
Yeah,
kinda rooting.
I know. Kobe.
After he broke his
Too
jaw,
bad
was
he's
still
such a
fighting.
shit
I was
talker.
kind of rooting for him.
Yeah,
Hey, he's
for
a
sure.
badass.
It's
though.
just too bad his mouth is just fucking.
That fight was so
Hey, hold-
fucking good.
Wait, pause. Pause 1 second.
What's up?
Everybody notice Matias's new nose ring?
No, wait. I'm gonna add on to it. Matias, take off your headphones.
What's up?
Take off your headphones.
Where the fuck is the nose ring?
I don't need this right now.
This shit just became a clip.
I'm just vibing.
Bro, he's gonna need a safe space and shit. You gotta fucking.
I'm just vibing.
Matias.
What's wrong with you?
Matias
He's
is running.
expressing himself.
Matias is running out of.
I'm quarantined. I can't train.
He's like, I can't train. I can't get no fucking haircuts.
and
I'll
he's
put
got-
holes in my body.
He's got
Ladies.
fucking-
Matias
he's
will
got
be like, I've
fucking-
been wearing a hat for 2 months straight.
If you haven't noticed,
Let me get one of them hats, nigga.
every week Matias comes with a new piercing.
Matias has got fucking capris on, bro.
Why did they
Leave a dog with Matias alone, man.
up, bro?
I'm sorry, bro. I
Leave a dog with Matias
I saw
alone.
the new nose ring. I had to say something.
You know
about
how this
it.
shit
Go
goes,
ahead,
bro.
Matias.
God.
Hey,
I'm
you
sorry.
had to stop the whole shit.
I don't
John.
even know.
I had to pause that shit.
I don't even know what we're talking about.
I like that shit. We were talking about Usman or some shit.
Oh, yeah. I was kind of rooting for Kobe at the end.
No, hey, I'm not
hold
gonna
on.
front that they got there. And I
Yo,
was like,
legit.
Kobe
Kobe,
could fucking win this shit.
Kobe's legit, man.
Yo, his shit
not-
broke like in the second, and he fucking kept fighting. through it.
That guy's not a slouch.
Nah,
He
yeah.
just talks too much shit.
Yeah. You know, he fucks everybody up with a make America great again hats.
You know what Kobe fucked
Yeah, but
up?
people
Is
don't
he
like him
told
'cause-
everybody that it was an act.
Yeah.
If you would have just kept the shit going and then
He
like,
would still be popular
when
right
he
now.
retires,
that
Yeah.
shit, yeah.
But
when he retires, he would have been like, oh.
That's why you can't blame Kobe for like the whole talking shit thing, because they were gonna cut him, and they were open about the fact that they were. Gonna
Oh,
cut
I heard
him.
about that. Yeah,
yeah, I
that's
just
great.
don't think he should have just came out and be like, yo, I was just acting. Like,
I
that's
think he was
fucking dumb.
tired.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
just
he
trying to
was-
sell tickets.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
he
he
should
was
have been like,
tired
no,
of-
Keep
I'm
that shit
fucking
going.
like this, bro.
I think he was tired of getting
Keep that
hated
shit
on.
going, and then at the end, you just reveal like, yo, I was bullshitting
Yeah,
the
like,
whole time.
If you're gonna play the bad guy role, you gotta play that role to the end.
Yeah.
You gotta play that role to like Connor. Connor's good at that shit.
Connor's
like,
still
you,
on that
You
shit.
know that shit's an act, but he's in character. He's like one of these fucking movie
He'll throw a
stars.
dolly if he needs to.
He's one. Yeah, he'll throw a fucking card at your bus if he needs to.
Hey,
But
let me tell you,
he's
the
like
hip-
one of these movie stars who's like studying for a part, and he's like in character. Like you talk to him, and he's like, "Yo, call me," and like you can't call me Josh. I won't respond. You gotta fucking call me Connor and shit.
No, you gotta call me
You
the
know what I mean?
Notorious.
A method actor.
Yeah,
A method actor.
He's like one of these guys, and that's what I'm saying. But then at the end of the day, when Connor, for example, loses,
Yeah, he's cool as fuck about losing.
when he lost to
He's
Khabib,
humble.
when he lost to Khabib, he was like, "I fucking lost." He owned
eats that
up to
shit,
it.
yeah.
When he lost to Diaz
like
too.
a man. He took his shit like a man. He took his lumps. You
But
feel
let
me?
me tell you, most of those things I think are for him to like keep his energy going. But Habib one, I think was real, dog. Like I think that
It
beef
was real
serious.
for Khabib.
No, I think it
What
was
about-
for Connor
what
too.
about
Bro.
Nate?
Khabib was
Nate,
not
yeah.
playing.
Connor was saying some wild shit, bro. Connor was like, "Yo, why the fuck is your wife wearing some fucking
Yeah,
mask during her
bro.
wedding?"
He started talking about his dad and
Yes,
shit
dude.
like that.
Like,
I
he
think
got-
he
That's
got
that's
real
Connor.
under
That's
him.
Connor trying to sell tickets.
I mean,
You know, Connor went a little bit too
well,
far.
the fight ended,
think
and they
so.
started
I
getting
think
into
he got
fights.
humbled.
I think Connor
Yeah.
needed to
He
calm
got
the
humbled.
fuck
Yeah, I
down,
think they
and
get
Habib was
humbled.
like, "Let me show you this fucking Muslim choke, bitch." That's it.
Well,
dude.
But you know that happens to all the champions. You
But
know
what
I mean?
about the fight
Anderson
after
got
the
too
fight?
much. What's that?
Remember, they started fighting after the fight.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
with like, the brothers. So
Yeah, but
if
that
it
was on
just-
some. But that was Khabib.
Yeah,
that was
that
Khabib.
was
Like, yo, this shit ain't over.
No,
Yeah.
y'all niggas was talking shit. I
Yeah,
got
this
you.
shit's
cuz.
not over.
Hey, y'all seen Khabib in the middle of the match? Like, talk that shit now.
Yeah.
Bim.
That was-
Let's talk now.
My favorite Khabib,
That's
Khabib
tough.
is when he's talking to
Michael Johnson?
Michael
Oh.
Johnson, you remember that? Please,
I need to win the
I don't-
title, please,
I don't want
Lewis.
to break your arm. Please
No,
stop.
no.
Please
He's like,
stop.
Yo,
he's
mind
like,
you.
Dana, where's your boy? Bim.
Yo, he's saying that shit while punching him in the face. I don't want to hit you. Bam. I fucking want to win. That shit, I need title. Bam, bam. And he's hitting him the whole
Hey,
time,
Dana,
bro.
where's your
No, that's some
boy?
psych-
Hey, bro.
psychopath shit.
No, fuck that. Imagine getting hit the whole time. Like, damn, son, I don't want to lose, though. Like, bam,
Like, yeah,
bam. You getting
I'm not
fucked
trying to
up.
tap. I ain't trying to give up that easy.
No, and then during the Connor fight, Connor was like, "Oh, it's just business." He's like, "Keep talking," and he fucking kept.
He was like, talk now, talk now.
yeah.
that shit's not
now.
business for Khabib. That shit's life
That
and
shit
death.
was supposedly he makes crazy money, bro.
In
Like,
Russia.
Russia.
In Russia.
Yeah, of course. They probably got him
Khabib
on
is a
every
multi-
fucking billboard.
They have money in Russia.
Fuck.
I don't know. I don't know if you're gonna
Clip.
talk about
Russia
that.
makes
too
a
much,
lot of
Josh.
money from
Fucking-
vodka.
Khabib-
I'm gonna
Khabib
start
owns-
with that in like 2
I know,
weeks.
right? KGB show up at your fucking door, like,
Khabib
Shit,
owns
fuck that. I
Eagles
got the
MMA in
Glock
Russia.
4.
nah, them niggas got bigger shit than that, bro.
Where they make the Glock?
No,
Sweden?
They make AK-47.
My
in
favorite,
Russia. You know what I mean?
my favorite
Them
like
things
taking
shoot.
responsibility moment after a loss has been Dominic Cruz when he lost to Garbrandt.
He's the best though, bro. Hey, Dominic Cruz is the most respectful dude in and off the
Did
mat.
you guys see the
I don't like his
post-fight-
shoulders.
Shut up.
Hater.
Did you see his post-fight interview after he lost to Cody?
Put on the gi, Dominic.
Have you guys seen that one?
Dominic Cruz, we're waiting for you.
No,
We
I have
floored the
Josh's
technical.
challenge of the week.
I'll fucking Baron Bolo the shit out of Dominic Cruz.
How much you weigh,
Skinny
cuz?
ass legs.
Hey, you about what? $145, cuz?
Come get some, Dominic.
Shout out Dom though. You're
Why
cool
you
as
always
fuck.
talking shit about
Nah, he's
Dominic?
cool. He's cool.
Now when he lost
just
to
wants
Cody,
to put
when
a
he lost
gi
to
on.
Cody, one of the
Yeah.
one of the reporters was
Great
like,
fight, by the
is there
way.
a reason you weren't at 100% in there? And he just like he looked at him. He's like, that was me. That was me at 100%. That's what you
That
got.
was dope. You know,
Say that again.
that's what got me
When he
into
lost to
jiu-jitsu.
Cody, one of the reporters after the fight, he was like, "Is there a reason you weren't at 100%?" He was basically asking, "Were you injured? Did you feel bad?"
Yeah,
This
trying to
and
give
that.
him an excuse, a way out.
Right, and he looks at the reporter and he's like, "That was me. That was me at 100%."
Good. Yeah, he manned up. He's like, I gave him one.
Yo,
of that.
it was a Rampage post-fight interview that got me into jiu-jitsu.
What?
Right, because when I was in the Marines, right, I went to Iraq when I was 19, and then when I got back, I did a special duty assignment that only Marines could do, which is where you guard embassies.
Thank you for your service, sir. By the
Thank
way.
you for your support, sir. You know, it's a little man love. You know what I mean? Man love.
Nah, it's
Ain't
cool.
nothing wrong with that.
That shit
Ain't
just
nothing
became
wrong
that
with
shit
that
just
shit.
became a highlight. Don't worry
Get
about
some
it.
what I'm saying?
hearts. Get some hearts flying up.
Right?
Ain't
Send
nothing wrong
some
with
hard
that.
eyes.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, bro.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
It's
shit, right?
2020.
Yeah, for sure.
Shit, you
And
know
we
what?
both got kids.
Good guys.
We both got kids. What's up?
Bro, our kids, they're not allowed to hang out because they're going to fucking break every girl's heart they come around. Real shit.
Hey.
Bro, you see Josh's kid?
Yo, that motherfucker
we-
is dope as fuck. Yo,
can't.
shout out Jax, bro.
Nah, they can't. They can't hang. Nah, me and
And my kid is so fucking cute.
yeah,
bro.
me and Drew's kid can't hang.
What's your kid's
together,
name,
man.
Drew?
Khalil.
Khalil.
Yeah.
Shout out Khalil.
With those names,
Fucking
dude?
name Jackson Khalil.
Jackson and
Khalil,
Khalil.
bro,
Oh
that
my
shit
god.
sound
Hey, we gotta keep them boys separated, man.
Yeah, bro.
Stay in Broward, bro.
Definitely. But, I'm not staying abroad, but anyways, yeah, I'm gonna bring Khalil to technical. You know what I mean?
Hey,
I just realized something. Where's Starchy?
Oh, I left homeboy, bro. I left homeboy.
I was looking for.
He took his shit in the fucking.
Yo,
he took his shit in the gym, bro.
I heard he got cataracts. So I was gonna give him a little
Starchy
something
got
for
cataracts?
Didn't you say that in the last podcast?
Hell no, I ain't say that
Bro,
shit.
bullshit. Somebody
Hey,
said
no,
Starchy
no.
has
Pull that shit up,
cataracts.
Drew.
I will pull that shit up.
Fact check, fact
Jamie,
check.
Jamie, fact check that shit.
No, he doesn't have cataract. But Jamie, Starchy
does have
has
two different
he
eye
has
colors.
two different eye colors.
Yeah, he does, yeah.
He's got a blue eye and a green eye.
I guarantee.
I think
But that's
Josh
what-
said
I think
he
it was.
had
I
cataracts.
That's for
think
the
it was
bitches.
the
I didn't even know what
podcast-
cataracts was. That's why I said that.
That's what they blind.
Nah, nigga, you know what cataracts is. You know?
Nah, he got two different eye colors, bro. That's all it was.
Yeah.
For the
But-
ladies.
War
what I was
story.
saying is that like, so when I first started watching UFC when I was young, right? I was like, I don't like that shit. Like, what the fuck are they doing on the ground? Mind you, brown belt jiu-jitsu now. But I was like, I never liked the shit, right? So then I was stationed at an embassy in Africa. And the Marines were watching a UFC fight. It was Forrest versus Rampage when Rampage
fight.
lost the lightweight title.
Fight.
Yeah, it was a dope-ass fight, right? So I walk in the house. I just got off of work, and I walk in the house. I'm like, oh, okay. I just sat down with the rest of the Marines, grabbed a beer or whatever. And I seen the post-fight interview. Like, I seen the end of the fight, and I seen the post-fight interview, right? So when Joe Rogan asked Rampage, like, why did you lose? And he was like, he just whooped my ass. Like, what the fuck you want me to tell you? And I was like,
That's a Rampage
what
response.
the fuck? Right? I'm like, and that made, like, I had to go to the midnight shift after that. Right? So at midnight, I go, and I'm just on the embassy computer just going. Like, I looked up every Rampage fight there was, and I watched all, like, his fights with Vanderlei Silva and Shogun and fucking
Pride days.
all
man.
the Pride fights, right?
Yeah.
Vanderlei was a bad motherfucker, right? But I watched all the Pride fights, and I watching all his interviews. And in his interview, some lady asked him, she was like, "Who do you think is the best fighter?" And he's like, "BJ Penn." So then I start YouTubing BJ Penn, and I see this motherfucker jumping out of a pool and stuff.
You should YouTube BJ Penn now.
Oops. No, we're not gonna.
He's out here knocking
You're
out
not
fucking.
gonna do that,
Don't do that.
right?
Hey, isn't that kind of sad, bro? Isn't that kind of sad to
We're
you?
not talking about
Yo,
BJ
BJ
Penn
Penn
right
was like a
now.
hero when I was
He
younger,
is.
bro.
He's the one that
He
got me into
is, yeah.
jiu-jitsu.
This
'Cause
motherfucker. This motherfucker, I can knock his ass out now, cuz.
Listen,
Like,
dude.
this one.
Hey.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Hey,
Put on a
come
gi.
on.
I don't know.
Hey,
Put on a gi.
Time out. Put on a gi. Hey, let me
I'll
rephrase.
put on a gi. Hey,
Let
nah,
me
that nigga's a gangster.
let me rephrase. Yo, put like 10 beers in you, I can knock you out.
Oh,
for
all
sure,
right,
bro.
because he got knocked out by that dude in the bar.
Yeah.
All right,
I
10
can knock
beers.
out that dude too, bro.
My money's on you.
Hold on a
Hey,
second.
don't know
BJ,
about that
hey,
one.
BJ's
Hold
the
on a
champion
second.
that just didn't want to stop, man. He just didn't want to stop, and like he should have just retired. and,
Most
you know,
champions find it hard to stop. Like,
For sure.
when to say.
Dana, set that
how,
shit up.
How many champions do you know retire?
Jamie
Retire at the top.
BJ Penn.
you don't.
Not a lot of champions retire at the top. Most champions retire when it's a little too late because they miss the feeling.
And at a smaller level, like, when the fuck are we gonna stop doing jiu-jitsu?
Never.
Never.
Ever.
When I
ever.
can't train anymore.
Nigga,
So-
when I can't train no more, just fucking kill me. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Hey, Helio was training until he was like 90, so
That's what I'm trying to be on, bro. But that homeboy lived a healthy ass lifestyle.
Nah, but hey, listen.
With the watermelon.
Within the
juice?
next 10 years,
We out here
guava.
within the
We
next
out here
10
living our
years,
best life.
there's gonna be so many advancements in medicine, right? We're gonna have bionic limbs and shit.
oh yeah.
You're not gonna be able to heel hook
be a
me.
fucking robot. You're not gonna be able to.
I'm
tie
gonna
my
live
ass.
till I'm like 90, 100 years old.
sure.
I'm gonna be better than these 20-year-olds because I got this right here, bitch.
Yeah. And then Josh, me and you, our kids are gonna try us.
Of course.
Them little niggas gonna be like purple belts.
Yo,
like,
you gotta
"Fuck
smack
you,
the
Dad."
shit out of your
They be
kids,
like,
bro.
"Fuck you, Dad." I'm like, "Oh yeah."
You gotta be ready for that shit.
You don't
Yo,
even know about some
Yo,
new
you-
techniques.
you gotta be
know,
ready
you're
for that
doing
shit.
with the
Training leg
lapel
locks
shit.
with Mello and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Hey.
fuck you.
Hey,
I got you.
Between 16 and 20, the motherfuckers gonna be trying you guys all the time, bro.
Yeah.
You
but
gotta be
my-
ready for that day, dog.
I know.
But
my
that's what
goal.
I'm saying. I got bionic shit.
Word
I'm
up.
gonna get
Bionic.
bionic arms, bionic shit.
This guy's been watching too much
But
Westworld.
my goal is to do what Hickson Gracie did to motherfucking his son.
Kron?
Yeah, Kron. As soon as he got his black belt, he humbled that young man. Fucked him up. I
Tell
wanna
us the
fuck
story.
my
What
kid
happened?
up.
What happened?
Shit, you were there?
I've
I'm just
never heard that.
paraphrasing. I'm just paraphrasing.
No,
I'm
I
just
never
telling you
heard that. What happened?
Oh no, because when
Stop that, bro.
Hickson promoted Kron, right? I'm paraphrasing. Fucking don't murder me in the comments for this shit, right? Paraphrasing, but
Ain't no
when
comments,
Hickson
cuz.
promoted
Paraphrasing.
Kron, they rolled, and Kron thought he was a shit, and Hickson humbled that young man.
Yeah, he did, bro.
And I want to do that to my kid.
Hey, I want to
know
fuck
what I
my
mean?
son up when he's old enough.
Fuck
bro.
that little nigga up, because when you
Daughter
turn
too,
18.
guys.
Yeah, you think you're?
I don't
you
have
think
a
you're
daughter,
King
so I
Kong.
don't know. But you 18, he got hair on his balls. He gonna have muscles and shit. You know what I mean? Like he's gonna be like, well, fuck you, Dad. And
I
I'll be
could
like,
do
no,
25.
Fuck you.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Hey, it's some 18-year-olds around here that train jiu-jitsu that give us a hard time, man. I know you've trained with some 18-year-olds that will give you a hard time.
Shout out Sebastian. He's like what,
Fuck
19?
Sebastian.
I'm not gonna say any
Fuck
names.
Sebastian.
Yo, he's 19, right? He's 19?
I don't know
20?
how that little
Whatever,
nigga.
bro.
I
He's
believe
younger.
he's
He's
19.
about
Hey.
fucking 10 years.
I'm gonna get
15
that.
years
I'm gonna get
younger.
a shirt. Say fuck Sebastian. Sir.
Let's do it.
Hashtag fuck Sebastian.
I want one.
I
of
love
those.
that
Hey,
little nigga. I
hey, I've
love
been
him.
training with him
He's
and
my
he's dope
dog.
as fuck,
No,
bro.
just bullshit. He's my dog. But
Nah, he's good
But I
as fuck,
believe
bro.
he's 19.
And he's a good
Graduated
kid,
from
bro.
high school
He just
last
wants to
year.
train, bro. That's all.
yeah,
it
I
is.
know. Me and Sebastian, like we talk shit from the time the roll starts to the end. You know what I mean?
Those are the best
me and
Hey, man,
rolls.
Sebastian, we're
that's
good,
what happens
dude.
when you go through like the whole entire jiu-jitsu belt system. Like as a kid, you come in.
Yeah,
and,
man.
Like,
He started off
at
young as
first, you're
fuck. He
like,
told me,
oh,
right?
this is a game, having fun, and then you go through all your belts, and I mean, like,
Yeah, before
gotta
you know,
watch-
you're like, this is a fun game of killing people.
yeah.
Yo, how old is
This is crazy.
how long have you guys known him? Because you and him have known him for a while, right?
I mean, I met him when he was
As long
like
as
a-
I've been training, I know
a
Sebastian.
yellow belt or.
I've
So
known
what,
Sebastian
10
for like
years?
a year. We've been talking
Yeah.
shit.
He's been training for what, 11 fucking years?
No, he's been training for like 10 years.
Holy
yeah.
fuck,
So,
bro.
I mean,
As long as I've been training, I know Sebastian.
Bro,
Like,
that
maybe
kid
like the
could
second
take
year I started
almost
training.
any human being's back. Hands
No,
down.
I remember when I first met him like 3 years ago when I started at Gracie, and I'm like, oh yeah, here's this young kid. He was like 16 at the time. He just got his blue belt. I don't know what he was doing. He started whooping my ass. I'm like, who's
Hey,
this
he was
kid?
murdering.
Yeah, didn't you fuck up Mika, bro?
I heard about this.
Hey,
Mika.
we're gonna set up this match. We're gonna.
It's
set
gonna
up
be it's gonna be a
super
tag team match between Mika
Mika.
and fucking Sebastian. Just you.
your boy.
I don't need this right now.
He's talking mad shit. You know I'm about to clip this shit.
Hey,
I
Mika.
said nothing.
Mika's like a super,
Mika, come get your boy.
Mika's coming with like
Yo, Mika wrote me, bro. He was like, "Yo, tell Roman
Set it up.
I'm coming."
Set it up, Jamie.
Damn. I don't even know this motherfucker.
Set it. By
That's,
the way,
Diesel's brother.
Mika's like
Diesel's
a division
nephew.
Division 1 All-American wrestler.
Diesel just comes from a
And-
family of fucking
With a
warriors.
fucking purple
Yeah,
belt in
the
jujitsu.
genetics. Yeah.
Roman wrestled Mika when they were like Mika was like
Was
9 years
7
old.
years
Yeah,
old.
and
Roman was
like
15.
16.
And Roman
right?
was like
So he
26.
had his man strength. So he says he beat him. But right now Mika's like 7 feet tall
Oh,
and
shit.
250 pounds
Hey,
of
Roman,
pure
don't-
muscle.
Bro,
Don't rematch
bro.
him.
Hey, he's an
Keep
All-American.
that W, bro.
Hey,
Don't
bro,
fucking
Mika
rematch him.
looks like fucking Hercules
He look like
compared
Thor.
to like,
No,
straight
Listen
up,
to
dog.
the rest of the podcast. I said he's a
Nah,
challenge.
hey,
now.
for sure, Roman.
I was talking
Hey,
about
What
that.
belt- what
belt is he now?
Mika, Roman said that it's different
Mika,
now. But
Roman
I'm not
said
gonna
you're
show
a
you this. I'm
challenge,
gonna
but
clip
he's
it.
still not gonna give up that W.
He said it doesn't. He said you could tap me
Hey,
out
it's
1,000
1-1
fucking
now.
times, but I fucking beat you.
I beat you when it counted, goddamn.
I guess we tied now.
Watch out, man. He's purple belt in jiu-jitsu too, man. Not just wrestling, high level
That's
wrestler.
what I'm
but,
saying. He's
you
a
know.
good ass jiu-jitsu veteran.
Oh man.
And he's been fighting some good guys too on those super fights. He fought like that brown belt from Fight Sports and shit too.
Which one?
I don't fucking know, bro.
I forgot his name.
He was
That
up.
guy.
I know
I
it's
should
like,
just left you.
this
so you
guy.
could
This guy
stab it.
competes. This guy competes a lot. I've seen
Ooh,
him a
who's
lot.
the belt?
I-
Roosevelt?
Oh, it's Jao something.
No, not
Oh,
Roosevelt.
Joe.
And Roosevelt's the heavyweight.
No, Roosevelt's
That nigga's big as
big as
Yeah.
fuck, bro. Big as
Yeah,
fuck.
it was Jao.
Drew, I wanted to
Yeah,
ask you.
Jao
You were
was-
Ja,
telling
yeah.
us a story earlier when you got here about the 50 cal.
Oh.
Shit,
Damn,
you
you
got
tryna
right
change
into
the
that
whole
shit, huh?
fucking-
Yeah,
Yeah, I wasn't gonna forget
It
about
was a
that.
submarine
This
story.
motherfucker gets a Glock 43 and he's like, "Yo, tell me
Roman-
about the 50 cal."
He was like, tell me
cuz.
all the stories about the gun.
All right, hey, so the
How
reason,
much blood did you see?
Can I do it?
hey, nah, but I'm gonna tell y'all this story because it's important, right? Because one of the weapon safety rules that they teach Marines is like, don't point your weapon at anything you do not intend to shoot, right?
That's the barrel point.
Damn, it was pointing. It was
Right.
pointing at
For 45 minutes.
So
Barrel's been pointing at both of us.
Ready
Right,
for that
look.
gunpoint?
don't point your weapon at anything you're not intending to shoot, right?
time.
Because look,
Took a lock. It's
it's
safe.
so easy to not realize that there's a round in that fucking chamber, right? So this is what happened to my boy. So get a little serious and then we'll fucking go back to bullshit, right? But so we was in Iraq and we went on a run. That's like a convoy, right? It was 6 trucks. We have guns on the top. You know what I mean? Doing our thing. We had to some fucking mission, right? And at the end of the missions, when you come back on base, you gotta unload your weapons, right? So your pistol, your fucking rifle, and all the crew serve weapons, which is the one on top of the truck, right? So I was telling y'all, like a 50 cal machine gun is as big as this motherfucking couch, and the bullets are like this big.
I've
right?
seen
Jesus
videos.
fucking
Yeah.
Christ, bro.
It can
Bro.
penetrate just.
So fucking side note, when you shoot this motherfucker, you feel like you got a dick like this big. You know what I'm saying? You're just like, do. Bro.
That is you. That
Yeah.
you.
You know what I mean? I feel like you got a dick this fucking big, right?
That is you.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, you got that shit,
If you get hard, you pass out.
You know what I mean? Right? That's a 50 cal for
all
you.
your blood goes.
Damn,
Right?
I want to shoot a 50 cal.
Bro.
Shit, I need a 50 cal in my life, cuz.
I don't think you can get those in. I think that's.
Nah,
just
I don't think so
military.
either. It's a
Of
fully
course not,
automatic
dog. If
fucking
you have that
machine
shit in
gun.
your house, cuz, you tripping, bro.
But the shit
Maybe
is,
in
that's just so
Texas.
powerful that if it comes close to you, that shit, like if it comes this close to your arm, your arm's going with it. it ain't gonna just graze you, motherfucker. That's your arm's going with it. So
That's sonic pull.
yeah, it's just super powerful. So,
Roman knows all the gun terms.
yeah. So one of my boys, right? He takes the 50 cal off of the truck, right? And he thinks that he unloads it because he just like racks the fucking handle back and he thinks that it's unloaded, right? It wasn't unloaded. So then he takes it off the truck, and we were in Baghdad, and Baghdad's the green zone, right? A part of Baghdad's the green zone. We were spending the night there, and you know what I mean. So he was in the green zone, and
Green zone means what? Like safe? Like
it's
chill?
supposed to be safe. Yeah. Supposed to be safe. Right. So we're in the green zone, and we're unloading weapons and shit, and we're going into a tent, and this motherfucker like starts walking the 50 cal. Like I don't know why the hell he started doing it, but he like trips and drops the shit, and like it hits the ground. It goes boom, and one of the other fucking Marines, like he was like sitting on a cot facing that way, and the bullet didn't hit him. It like went like this, like kind of grazed him. But like all of this part of his body just went.
Holy
came out.
shit!
Yeah.
Damn.
Right. So.
Holy shit!
Right, and it's just him not being like
Aware of what the fuck's going on.
aware of the weapon safety. Like you, nigga, it's a 50 cal. Can't be walking and shit like that.
Did he survive? The guy?
He survived, but you know what I mean. I don't know how he's doing now, but because that's one of the Marines like, I didn't really keep in touch with. But I don't know how he's doing now. But
And what about the homeboy that dropped it?
he's good physically.
Did he
Yeah,
get
but you
discharged
shot
after that?
somebody for
No, he got in trouble, but he stayed. You know what I'm saying? So the dude who got shot, like he had to get like a colostomy bag. He was fucked up for a while.
Yeah, that's
You know what I mean?
it's a big round.
Yeah,
Bro, if the fucking bullet's this big, going at full speed, bro, imagine, dude.
and close too. Like you just imagine like you're just sitting there on a cot bullshitting, and then all of a sudden you hear a boom, and then you look down and like there's a big part.
Yeah,
of your
nothing
body
to do
missing.
with it. You were just sitting down.
No, man.
Sitting
I mean,
fucking
especially in a time like this where, a lot of people are buying guns. I mean, gun safety is a really, really big thing.
For sure.
I'm the only one that's laughing about this shit now, dog.
No, and
I don't
This
think you can
motherfucker
buy
got
a
a gun for the
50
first
cal.
I mean-
fucking time, bro.
And he gets this story. He's like, "Fuck this! I don't want to
Bro,
gun
I'm
anymore."
gonna tell you guys right now, dude. Gun safety's fucking serious,
Y'all
bro.
need to
all
stop
right?
No,
playing
and I
with
say
these
it 'cause I
guns.
remember-
Don't play with these fucking guns, bro.
When I got
this
my-
one specifically, all right? This one.
You know,
remember when I got
don't
my
point your weapon at anything that I intend to shoot.
Nah, hey, for real, guys.
No, I remember when I got my concealed. I had to get a license when I started going to.
You didn't get a
what's this?
gun before you got your concealed?
I got my concealed first.
When did you get your concealed?
I got it sometime last year.
I thought you were gonna say like last week, though.
No. I no.
It's empty.
Sometime
So
sometime
you
last
had
year.
your concealed for a year and you
Before
haven't
you
bought a
got
gun
your
until
gun.
now.
Is this what we're gonna do now?
Yeah,
I think we should.
We should just start
I think
roasting
we
everything
should-
we say.
I think we should call you out on that real quick because you've had your concealed weapons carry permit for a year.
Like you got a license and,
haven't
you were like,
purchased a
I'm not
weapon.
getting a gun.
I mean,
Alright.
that's like
Hey,
turning
maybe he was
21.
saving some
That's
money.
like turning 21 and not going to drink.
And the amount of money he spent
that-
on this
What if
beer,
you drank
dog.
when you were like 18, 19, 20?
Is
Nah,
that
I
my
don't know.
boy
Shut up,
for
Fucking stimulus
You get
check must
bored.
be nice.
for like my birthday? He got me like the class like to get the concealed license. Like I went with Matias, so we got our certificate at the same time. And, I've always had the mindset like, oh, I want to go get a gun. But just busy with a whole bunch of other stuff. Like I just never thought about it.
You were probably buying a lot of beer instead of
I'm
guns.
happy as fuck you got a gun though, bro. Shit. Proud
Yeah,
of you.
but what I was saying is like I remember when I was doing the class, for example, anytime I would look up, anything about guns online. And when I went to Trailblade, that's what it's called. They're on 8th Street. They made me take a class there as well. That's something that they were like very like on top of, like gun safety. And I mean, at least that's something like I'm happy about. Like at least all the range I've gone to, that's something they it's really important. And especially nowadays where everyone's trying to buy a gun, it's something that's really important.
Yeah, you know what happens at Glades? If you point your gun, they just yell at you. And then those guys have guns too, so I would be careful, Just saying,
But we're probably
it's good to have a weapon, right?
You
But
should have
just
a weapon.
understand that the safety. But
Yeah, you gotta be safe with
Yeah,
fucking
for
guns,
sure.
guys. Jiu-jitsu can't save you all the time. Guns can sometimes, but just be safe whenever you got one, bro.
for
I know
sure.
there's always like a lot of controversy, like about like gun laws. Well, Drew, I mean, you kind of spend a large part of your life around guns. Like, kind of like how like a lot of people are saying,
You from the streets,
we
dude.
should be more strict with guns. What's kind of your view on that?
Bro, Second Amendment. You know what I mean? Like
you have the right.
you have
the
the
way.
right to bear arms. You know what I mean? If you want to carry a gun, carry a fucking gun. The only
If you
thing I
don't
say
trust
is
yourself
carry
with
a-
one, don't fucking carry one.
And you know what? the reason why I don't have a gun is because I didn't trust myself with one at first.
And look at that, bro. You know what
I mean? Because look, like I have all the training, I have the experience, and it's just like when I thought about getting a gun, all I wanted to do was shoot somebody. You know what I mean? It sounds crazy, but it's just like
No, I know what you're talking about.
you know what I mean? So I was like, you know what? I'd rather not. Right? That don't mean motherfuckers come get me.
No, because
I might
you
just have one.
Yeah.
But
He's
you know
got
what I
a
mean?
shotgun. He's gonna tell you.
No,
that.
you got a gun on you 24/7. You're like,
Keep it on
fuck, bro. What if I use this shit? You know, you start thinking crazy shit. I can understand that. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, you've been involved with guns. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
And it's like you have something. It's like you get a gi and it's like you're not gonna train with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You get a fresh new rash guard, you're not gonna wanna
I see the point.
shit on. You
Well,
know
I mean,
what
for
Basically,
example,
guys, if you got guns, fucking shoot them, bro.
go to the fucking range.
Someone cuts you. Just
well, Reddy, I want to get your thought. Like, for example, like, you know, you've had your gun for a while. What made you want to decide, like, all right, first off, I want to get a gun? Because there's one thing, you know, having a gun and having it at home, and then there's having a gun and carrying it with you. What made you decide, like, you know, I want to start carrying one with me?
If someone tries to kill me, I will pull out my gun and I will shoot first. You know?
sure.
And then in the house is, you know, if someone tries to break into my house, I will pull out my gun and I will warn them and then, you know, shoot.
And then stand your ground.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you're just
Shoot
defending
them.
yourself.
Bro, you walk
Bro,
into
you
my
need-
crib.
I mean,
cuz-
honestly, I've had it for years. I've carried for years.
Thanks, bro.
I've only had to like bring it out one time and really just
man.
show someone, and that's it. You know, like it's people get dumb, you know, and if it's one-on-one, hey, I'd love to choke you.
Yo, Josh.
I'll choke you. I'll put you to sleep, and then I'll give you my business card. Like, hey, come train.
You could be like,
I like
Josh.
that. I like
No,
that.
it should be like,
Yeah.
Josh, toss him a gi. Be like, put it on.
Yeah, but I mean, hey,
That's why you gotta carry an extra gi.
I just think it's hey, you have a right to have a gun, and
You guys want to do a thumbnail pic real quick?
yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Sorry, by the way, I cut you off, bro. Don't get mad at me, dog.
No, man, not at all.
He's gonna choke you out.
Can't wait to get back to work.
Hey, hold on. Let's get a little closer, right? Because we always fucking look desperate. Yo, Roman, get your beer closer, dog. Hey, cheers, homies. All right.
Fucking Josh is savage.
Shout out Flex
Thanks,
Appeal.
Mom, for the money.
Yeah, guys,
Savage.
we're probably gonna close this podcast out. What are we at right now?
We
We're
have
at
52, bro.
shit. We got some
Yeah.
shit talking in
8
this
minutes,
bitch.
you
This
know
is
what
the
I mean? We got
longest
8
podcast
minutes.
so
Yo,
far.
hey, I'm not gonna front. We probably could have kept it going too, because Drew kept this shit going for us, bro. All right.
Drew likes to talk a lot of
Phoenix.
shit.
Hey,
Drew was
Drew,
giving us cool fucking
Hey, we might have to bring Drew
Nah,
back.
we're gonna bring Drew back. Hey, Drew, it was
Hey,
awesome having
any
you here, bro.
fucking time you guys want me here, I got stories for
We,
you.
Ro-
guys.
Roman
we
said
hope you guys. We
pause.
hope you had a good time, bro. It was
Oh,
awesome
for
seeing
sure.
you, bro.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Shout
You
out
know
the
what I mean?
podcast, Technica, Tapcast,
Intense supplements,
Flex
Flex
Appeal.
Appeal.
Hey, shout out to Technica. Hey, make sure you support your local jiu-jitsu gyms and shit.
Real quick, what about your gym?
AJ
What's your
Souza.
gym, Drew?
Love my gym.
Where the
What's your
fuck do
gym?
you
GF
train,
team?
dude?
GF team?
Oh, I train at GF Team Fort Lauderdale. Head coach AJ Souza. The
Shout out
motherfucking
AJ.
man.
Hey, I was just watching a video of him barimboloing Lucas Lepre.
Yeah.
And
Shout out
taking his
AJ.
Say it again. You know what I mean?
Hold on, there's a small crew I want to give a shout out to over there. Mateo Londoño,
My nigga.
Tag them
the
motherfuckers.
two brothers.
The Ferrara
Ferrara
brothers.
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 Adam.
Those are my boys. Who else, man? I'm gonna miss somebody.
Dru
I know.
Phoenix. Drew
No,
Phoenix.
Shout out
you're
Sam
here.
McCoy.
You're here. You don't need an extra.
Dude,
Sam,
Sam
That nigga-
McCoy is old school.
Sam
man.
McCoy, dude. Sam McCoy's the
But
man.
he ain't part of
Hey,
my team. But
Shout
he's
out
cool.
the
Nah, but shout out
I
that
would
boy
tell
up
him
there,
that.
bro.
my HR brothers from Winners.
Yeah, my H's
Um,
my dogs.
Damn, I know I trained with somebody else from GF team. Fuck. I miss
Listen, you don't need to know them all, bro. But you know,
If I forgot you, shout out to everybody from GF.
Shout out to
GF
AJ,
team Fort
man.
Lauderdale.
AJ
Yeah,
Souza. man.
AJ,
That's all
man,
you
you're a
guys.
fucking man.
fucking
we hope you
man.
guys had a good time. Drew, thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah.
And we will definitely be back with you another time, and we will see you guys soon.
For
We
sure.
love you guys.
Yes.
We love you. Still got a whole nother beer to drink.